Have you been thinking about taking Ozempic? Or are you wanting to diet and lose some weight pretty fast? Because Ozempic seems to be the way to go. And it's really popular right now. I don't know why the media is pushing this so hard. I guess we're getting out of winter here pretty soon and getting ready to head into spring and summer. So is everybody wanting to get into swimsuit, shape or whatever, your beach body. If that's the case, then Ozempic is a great product, right? It's been shown to help people lose weight really fast. Hold on, though. There's a few things you need to think about with this because this is a diabetic drug, right? That started off as a drug for diabetics. And one of the benefits that they saw was that rapid weight loss. So now the weight loss community is jumping all over this. And that's good, right? Again, so far, all of this is good, right? We should all lose weight, get healthier, and all that. But here's the thing, this is a semaglutide. That's what Ozempic is. And when you look up, just do a Google search for semaglutide, you'll see various products. So Ozempic is not the only kid on the block who's been doing this, and it's not a new product. That's the whole thing. That everybody in the media is acting like this is this new wonder drug. Well, Ozempic has been around for several years, and so have other products like Wegovy, and the list goes on and on. So the point is that this is it's not a calorie burner. It's not where you're losing the weight. A semaglutide is just an appetite suppressant. It tells you that you're done eating. It works with the GLP-1 hormones that are created in your intestines. And those are the hormones that we all have that say, I'm full. You've gone to the all you can eat buffet and you can't eat all you can eat, right? Or you can eat only until your GLP-1 receptors say, hey, we're done. This is not a mukbang video. We're full, right? So that feeling that you get whenever that satiety that you're just I'm done. I cannot eat another bite. That's your GLP-1 hormones doing that. So that's what this does. It helps, I guess, amplify or boost that. And so people have been shown to lose a lot of weight rapidly. Some people have lost, I guess, 10 pounds in like 7 days. Pretty extreme, pretty dramatic, right? And there's a whole lot of things that I worry about this that people aren't talking about, that the media doesn't talk about because they don't care about your health. They just, I guess they get sponsors, from these companies, so they've got to promote their products, right? Today's show's been brought to you by whatever. You see that all the time in the media, whatever pill or vitamin or whatever. So they have a financial stake in talking about these things, but not going into depth about, well, here's some other ramifications. Because I think about some people that lose a lot of weight in a short amount of time. And I'm talking about people that have lost like 50, 60, 70, 80 pounds, like in a real short time. And then they have an issue with, saggy skin, right? They've lost all that fat and now they've got all that sagging skin that they've got to go now have surgically removed if they have a vanity issue. I've got a friend that I was just talking to recently that has an issue with this. I've seen some people that at the gym that have issues with this, that sagging skin. So that would be the one thing I'd be like, hey, listen, if you want to lose weight, slow, and steady is the way to go, just for all kinds of health reasons. What are you doing to your kidneys, to your pancreas, to all kinds of things? If you lose a certain amount of weight so fast, you could be damaging your internal organs because they're freaking out saying we're not used to this. So I would just say pace yourself, take baby steps. So that would be one alternative is just lose the weight slower. But if you're just dead set, against that and you want to lose weight fast, here's the other thing to think about, right? So we're talking long term because they say that 17% of the people that have taken Ozempic have lost weight and kept it off. That's 17% kept the weight off. And you're thinking that's a pretty good number. And I'm thinking that's really not a good number. If it were like 72%, kept the weight off, then that's a good number. But 17 is pretty low for my standards anyway. And again, I'm not a physician. I'm not a medical practitioner. This is just, I'm trying to share information with you to have you, just rethink these things. Is this a waste of money? Because it all seems really gimmicky to me. All these companies are always trying to separate you from your money. and they find like something that you're vain about or whatever. You're like, well, I got to try this. I got to do this. So I'm just saying, just hold on, just rethink this. And even if you do take this is the issue that you're going to need to address later on down the road, is the why. Why did you get like this in the first place? Because that's what I've not heard anybody talking about. And if somebody is, leave me a comment and tell me who is, because I want to know. I do a lot of research on these videos and see who else is saying it. What can I add to the conversation? And that's everything that I'm talking about now. I feel like I've not heard anybody else talk about. And this is the why. Because will you lose weight with any of these things? With B12 shots, with exercise, and all that? Yes, you will. And even dieting, right? But then you'll get to a point where you're like, okay, I've lost this weight, I've dieted, and then you just start eating again. So the why. So if you're going to take Ozempic or anything like this, I would say you're not going to have success in the long run. I don't know what the time is, 6 months from now, a year from now, are you going to gain all this weight back? Because if you were eating and overeating because you had emotional issues, stress, depression, that's why most people gain weight. They have a mental or emotional problem. And Ozempic's not going to fix that. Dieting's not going to fix that. Going to a therapist is going to fix that. Getting help, emotionally and mentally is going to fix that. Not just for the long term, but forever, for the rest of your life. You've got to take care of your mind first before you can take care of your body. Because like I said, if you do that, if you take Ozempic and you see benefits and you look better and you feel better, right? That's kind of helped your ego, but that's not really solving the underlying issues of depression. Or is your depression just from weight? I would guess not. There's something that depressed you that made you overeat, that you emotionally ate. You see these commercials for Noom, and they talk about how you can blame your family because your weight gain, right? They forced food on you, and this was emotional damage. Okay, I'm Italian, and I had an Aunt Mary Carfagno that was kind of like that, but she never forced food on us. It was just like, you want some more? You sure? No? Okay. And that was it. So anyway, you kind of get the point with that. But I would say get help. Talk to somebody. You can't afford a therapist, you say, John? Okay, talk to a priest. They're free, and they're willing to listen. Talk to your priest, talk to your minister. Talk to a friend, talk to a close friend. If you don't want to go to somebody, like that, if you don't want to talk to a random priest or whatever, talk to a close friend that you can say, hey, I feel like this is why I got to the situation I'm in, why I overeat. Is it boredom or is it just boredom? That's something you're going to have to address, but it's not just because you're doing it. There's a reason. There's an underlying reason, right? The weight gain and the obesity is just the tip of the iceberg. It's what's underneath. That giant mass, not only of fat, but of emotional problems you need to address. There's all kinds of apps out there like BetterHelp and, I'll put some links in here, but, again, none of these are sponsored. I'm just saying they're out there for you. If you want a resource to talk to somebody, leave me a comment. I'll reach out to you. I'll talk to you. Talk to me. I'm free.